Hello and welcome to the Liberian TV network and other media outlet here. Today we are here at the Liberian Intellectual Property office wherein we're going to be talking to the director for this institution. She is Honorable Garmai Korboi. Sorry, people pronounce native name a bit difficult. But how be it, she will introduce herself to us and before that we can move forward. Hello ma and welcome to the Liberian TV network.
Thank you so much. My name is Garmai Korboi. Other people can say Korboi, but it's Korboi.
Okay.
The Director General for the Liberian Intellectual Property Office, and I'm happy to be here. And good afternoon to all the listening audience, to my staff who will be listening to my voice. Good afternoon to everybody. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, there have been numerous of concern, seeing female heading this kind of wide multilateral institution, and people will be thinking that, oh, we don't think female will actually do what is needed. But from all indication, results are showing that female nowadays actually provide some tangible results as compared to men. What you'd love to tell us as to what have been some of your achievement in terms of program initiation and other things that you have done at this institution?
So when you say female, people got in mind that maybe female or a young person heading an institution will not be able to perform. It depends on the young person who is heading the institution. Let me answer to your question. We have had a series of programs since we took over, my deputy and myself, Clarence School. We rolled out the World IP Day, which was very successful. We had a copyright day. Prior to that, we had the SME program, the IP management program, which we had delegation from the World Intellectual Property Organization that came and covered that to conclude the program, which were also successful. And we also conducted workshops for the traditional healers, because this office is not only, when people say IP, the jetting, intellectual property, the jetting, you go on the Palawa Hall to go to a place. No, this office has to do with Ministry of Health, Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Commerce, Agriculture, Ministry of Finance, and even ARA. So we are into all the different sectors. So we rolled out that workshop. They came right in here and we had training with them, the importance of intellectual property, how they can go about to do their packaging as regards to the traditional herbs, and because the herbs, some of them come up with it and do, they got a bottlery, they got this liquid, they put it in bottle, but we got standard form, and with the help of the Ministry of Health that were part of the training, they have been doing very well. So we are telling them, no, you can't do it like this, you can package it, you can do the name like this, and your branding can be like this. In terms of intellectual property, to be able to gain more money or to generate more funds, you gotta do more packaged products, and it gotta be up to standard, not just packaging it. Because Liberia is part of other treaties. Like while we went for the diplomatic conference, it was about the traditional knowledge and genetic resources. It has to do with the traditional healers, the traditional people, the communities. So the world now is saying, we can't keep taking the people ideas, they're wrong with it in America or in the Western world, and make more money. Let's get them involved. So you had them there, and they were seated, they make decisions, they won. In fact, it was a back-to-back debate. The traditional people were like, no, when you say patent system, America is saying patent system, we got to take it the way the American people want it. And traditional people said, no, we are the traditional people. We get the herbs. We get the traditional knowledge. So it had to fit within our scope. So you're not telling me you got a machine. Before I can bring my herbs to you, yes, you got a machine, you want it up to standard, but it got to be a flexibility. It should be win to win. You got 50, I got 50. So it was a good conference. The conference was very successful. This conference has been in process for like 2 decades. I can say 25 years. So With the world coming together, we were over 1,200 delegates. That was very huge. You had the whole world sitting down in one room, trying to be flexible, do negotiation on what Africa can bring to the table in terms of the benefit, what it will benefit from the treaties, what Asia will benefit, what America will benefit, what the EU will benefit. Everybody brought their ideas, and then the treaties were adopted. So it's a good news. Now it's the first ever that the traditional knowledge people, the communities, will benefit from, their own traditional, they got ideas, they got to leave, but the ideas they put together, it will be able to help them. So, yeah.
So, hi, we were trying to come there, but thank God at least you provided synopsis with regards to that. So, with the level of, experience and the level of, ideas that were shared, how do you intend to actually navigate said idea into the Liberian context?
Firstly, we have to sign the treaties. That's the first thing. Because I didn't sign it, I never had the authority to sign. Foreign minister can sign, or the mission office in Geneva, and that authority wasn't given to them. So I have said to my bosses, the minister, and I showed they will sign it. July, we are going back to Geneva to sign the treaties. When we sign and ratify, the ratification will go back to the house, because the house got to review the law. Is a law, and see whether it fits in our scope. They can ratify it, and with the ratification, that we will be able to benefit as compared to other countries. But you have other countries who sign on the same date and ratify it because they saw the need. We have been striving with traditional knowledge, not only the knowledge but the culture as well, because Africa is rich in culture. It's traditional knowledge, genetic resources, and culture. So we have been struggling with these treaties. Everybody, I can tell you, over 10 African countries signed and they ratify right there. So I was sitting down, my heart was burning, but again, you have to go by the diplomatic channel. I didn't have the authority to sign. I represented the country, but not having authority to sign the treaty. So we will sign the treaty.
Yeah, Honorable Director, you did talk about treaty signing. So some people are watching and they don't know what are you trying to.
It's a law.
So treaty, can you explain that?
The treaty is a law. The law that governs the traditional knowledge across the globe. So once your country signs it, you will be able to benefit from other countries. Like, for example, we are part of the World Intellectual Property. We are part of the Liberian Treaty. We are part of the Madrid Protocol. So that law, that body will help us to do our registration outside there. International registration is the Madrid system is international registration for trademark. So you can stay right here. You don't have to come to Liberia. Other people are in other countries. They are there. They just send their registration to WIPO and then they do it. It's the same.
Okay, so let me hold you there a little bit. So when you signing this treaty, what are the advantages and disadvantages?
It got huge advantage. You have your traditional knowledge here, the genetic resources that people can just come from China and can't take it and carry. With this treaty signing, you don't have to do that to yourself because you are part of the world law. So when they do it, you can even sue them. And they will twist that, for example, we got GI. The tobacco oil is a GI. We have coffee. We have other agricultural products. It's a GI. So when you take it from Liberia, they will twist it. It came from Liberia. Then China has protected it. But then they're looking at the roots because that's what we were looking at. Not just taking it from any part of the country and say, I protected. No, we want to know where it came from. And those people, those community people should benefit from those ideas. You got people who come in our country and they just go in the various butchers. They give you $100, $200 to our people. They take our leaf and carry. No, and not from China. China went low far, or the Chinese guy went low far and go on the leaf and carry it to China and protect it. We are saying no. When you take it from here and you carry it to China, you should, you should be able to say you took it from Liberia and Liberia should benefit from it. That's what the law is for.
So, Honorable Director,
Yeah.
so now our Clarion Bridge a report for African media.
Yep.
So now we get people like in Maryland County, traditional leaders. So if it comes to awareness, what are your office doing?
I just came back and I have set up the team for awareness. I'm going back tomorrow. So before I come, the awareness will already be like in the pipeline, and we have counties that we are earmarked. We are not just running all of the counties because there is no funding. We will take it step by step. So we will have IP hours, and the IP hour we will get, we want to have those radio stations our people that in the rural area can listen to, like the Spoon TV, the OK FM. Yeah. So the awareness, we have a massive awareness to educate our people, and we'll roll our training. The health sector, like the traditional healers, I told you we have workshop, we call in there again to share the good news with them. You have to be in compliance because the laws are saying you have to have certain standard. Not because you got the knowledge, you came up with this, but if it had not met up with the standard, they will not take it. And that's what we work on. Everybody sat on the table and said yes. When you say, oh, we can do this, and I from Liberia, I said, no, my people got this, but they're not able to reach there, but we can do this. So with all the back-to-back, we came up with one conclusion and not documented, so we should be able to be in compliance. And our people will benefit based on their work, their good work.
So, lastly, what do you have to say to people who are viewing you through this platform?
People who are viewing through the platform, I want to tell them that the IP is everybody's business. IP is not about one sector. From the educational background, the health, agriculture, everything is IP. So just come to the office. Maybe you can help us spread the awareness through your, at least like when we had a copyright, I told them you can help us to stop piracy. Just buy the original CD or original discs. It's a form of awareness. So help this institution that everybody will benefit. Your children will benefit because we have the RP Club coming up. We wrote that, say we took over, we launched the RP Club. The RP Clubs will be like, we want to know whether your child or the institution, because we have innovation institution. Some people are into design, some people are into music. So depending on the school, we say, okay, we can give the design to this school. Maybe Blue Crest is into design. We can give Blue Crest the design. We can give the one that are into music, so that before you come from high school, you already got idea on intellectual property. Maybe you are come up with your IP, but you don't know. So with the club, you will be able to have the training. The office will be training people. And we can tell people, even I have signed the text with like 8 institutions now. You can work here, you have your intellectual property, but the question is, you ever have contract or agreement that when you're working with this institution and you come up with intellectual property, you will be able to benefit, or the institution will be able to benefit? That's the $100 million question. People don't know. You work for institution, you come up with an idea. Yes, it's your idea, but you are working here, you use the stationery, you use the internet, you use the current. So the institution, it should be a win-win, and you will only do that based on contract. Like you have had that agreement that, yes, when you come up with your intellectual property, you got 50%, the institution got 50%. So we've been going back and forth with all this training.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so guys, if you are following us, that was the voice of Honorable Garmai Korboi, Director.
And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to Cape Rep, because you got training in Cape Rep, like a meeting for all the head of IP offices. When I come back, I'm going Ghana. Ghana trade is for the agricultural area. Plain brutal, right? I didn't do agriculture, but I did intellectual property. Because you have other countries now, when you go, for example, you got this cassava. The cassava used to only bear under the ground, but now they want to add chemical on it that cassava can bear on the ground and above the ground as well. So that plain breeder rights. So they adding value, they adding chemical to give. For example, you have this corn that used to be, it now used to be sweet, or it used to come out darker, you want it bright. So I'm going for that training, and I'm not going alone. This training comes almost every time. So you have people who are from the sector. I'm going with one lady from the agriculture ministry. I know somebody is asking that question. Why is she going alone? I'm not going alone. I'm going as an IP person. She's going as somebody from the agriculture background. So when they are asking the question, she will be able to answer. When they are asking the IP question, I will be able to answer. So I just wanted to share that with you people. We sent people in the enforcement team in Kenya last week. They were in Kenya. One person from the police, the RGs who are going from Commerce, but unfortunately he didn't go because of one or two things. So we are into all of the sectors and training people all over.
So with this kind of synopsis and excellent information that you are providing, where do you hope to actually see in this institution in coming years?
I have been in this institution. Just of recent, I took over. I know where it is now. And next year, I want to see this institution, not only the institution, the IP messages should be all over. The awareness. I'm here for awareness and enforcement.
Okay. Many don't really know that IP can be offered as a course, and unless probably you're a researcher and you saying that you did IP, and what's a message to others, especially female?
I have shared a lot when it comes to the scholarship. I just shared a from India. It's a scholarship. The scholarship, I got a scholarship. Liberia is opportune for the African Regional Intellectual Property. They gave, like in the World Intellectual Property, they gave 2 scholarships to 2 students every year. So it comes from March. March you start, but February they send the intake, and we'll be sharing it around. But people feel that IP is nothing; they are not taking advantage of it. And besides the scholarship we have been training here, we will have series of training from different sectors. Our knowledge will not just be buried. I'm not just that IP person, I'm a patent examiner. We are like 4 person in Liberia patent examiner. 3 is currently in the office. One of my former bosses did that as well. So when it comes to examination, not only in Liberia, because we don't have patent, real patent in our country, I can work in any other patent office to be an examiner. So it's a good thing that we got the knowledge, we share the knowledge with people. I told my staff, and I'm telling everybody, we will have almost, when I come back, almost every week we'll have activities for training from the different sectors. The SMEs, the musician, the different sectors will have training for them to share our knowledge, not only keeping the knowledge.
And what's your call to universities in and around Liberia to actually see the need to actually factor in IP as one of the required courses or degree course for students?
I'm encouraging all universities, but unfortunately for Liberia, the program are in Ghana, they brought it here, the World Intellectual Property tried in 2016. They tried to enroll that into AME University as a master course. But again, our people are complacent. It was like back to back. They were sending the letter, they wanted approval. All of a sudden, Ghana got the program. The one that is in Ghana is into science and philosophy. It's a very good program. Now the one we went for is general. But this one is specialized. They wanted to bring it here. But our people, like I said, I don't know what went wrong with the administration from AME. I can't speak to that. But it was unfortunate that Liberia could not get it. But we have been working behind the scene. After the high school, we are going to the university.
Okay.
If we're supposed to share our idea with them, we'll share it. If even it can be a required course. You don't have to have a degree. You can do a required course in it and just have the basic knowledge. And from that, we'll get somewhere. IP, like, I'm praying in my region, and I talk to the World Intellectual Property Office, organization, and the regional office. At least we should roll it in our curriculum.
Okay.
When you have IP in the curriculum, it will be like a force, because The children now will be motivated, they will come up with their ideas. Like, you got people who can paint, like the boy who did the artwork for us. He's a very talented person, but he's not getting anything because he didn't even know about it. My deputy just saw his post and went after him. That's how we got to get him. And we were using him, we're not just getting him to just using to do work for us, but we want to showcase him as well. Other people will be able to follow his pattern and they will be able to reach out to the office.
Okay, do you have anything else to say?
I want to tell everybody that watching this live, intellectual property is everybody's business. From the clothes you wear, everything you do, the food you eat is intellectual property. Encourage your children. I've told people, doing accounting, I'm doing this good thing, but let's shift the study. Let's get to intellectual property and understand that IP is a course that when you do, your country, even your generation will benefit. Everybody will benefit. So let's shift our studies a bit and think about intellectual property, and let's help the office to do more awareness. Awareness is matter. When you don't do the awareness, you will not be able to do the enforcement because you are not aware. Coming to you for enforcement, it will be a difficult thing. Let's make the people to know what is IP, then we can go after them for the awareness.
Thank you so much.
Enforcement, sorry.
All right, thank you. So, guys, that was the voice of Honorable Garmai Korboi, Director General for the Copyright in Liberia. So, this is how we actually shut down this broadcast.